I'm a rotten person. One is to climb up. A dirty woman who can even betray her soul. But in Hengdian, no money and no background. What can I do? My name is Lin Ching, a group performance that has been mixed in Hengdian for 4 years. That is the kind of acting corpse in anti-Japanese dramas. Playing a maid in a palace fighting drama. A background board without even a single line. But I am beautiful. I am not willing to be mixed in with this box lunch all the time. And the smell of sweat. I want to be a star. I want to get rich. In this circle, girls with no money and no background have only one way to get ahead. That is trust. At that time, I met Dashan. The mountains are a dancer. It is to be beaten for those stars with fine skin and tender flesh. A sandbag that hits its head against glass. He is tall, but it's not handsome. Because of the perennial injury, he walks a little lame. There is also a deep scar on the left brow bone. The mountains have a crush on me. Everyone around knows it. I will come to him as soon as I call him. He waved it and left. I hate him because he was poor, more because he always had a pungent smell of safflower oil. It was the cheap tackle he used to rub the bruises. Every time he came over to hand me water, I would cover my nose and take 2 steps back. You can stay away from me. The smell of you gives me a headache. Covered my perfume smell. The mountain was not angry either.
He always rubbed his hands on his trouser legs twice.
He smiled honestly and took 2 steps back. Then put the water on the ground and drank it gently. I haven't touched this water. It is clean. He was beaten more than a dozen times a day. Fall from the 2nd floor to the concrete floor to earn 300 yuan. He eats 5 yuan of clear water noodles by himself. The rest is all used to buy me cosmetics and high imitation brand name clothes. He said that Chinking was good looking. Wearing these will definitely be selected by the big director. I spent his hard-earned money with peace of mind, while laughing at him in his heart. No future waste. My true depravity. It was in the 4th year that he couldn't get the play. Wang Fatsi, the assistant director of the crew that day, called me to the hotel room. He touched my hand and hinted that I only needed to stay with him for 1 night. The female number 3 in the next play is mine. I hesitated for 3 seconds. Then he closed the curtains himself. It was raining heavily that night. 2 hours later, I walked out of the back door of the hotel with messy hair. I feel like I'm getting dirty, but I told myself it was the price. When I looked up, I saw the mountains. He stood under the street lamp. The whole body was soaked in rain. I also held a small wonton that I liked to eat the most. He saw everything. Know what it means for me to go in for 2 hours. At that moment, my shame instantly turned into angry resentment. I rushed over and knocked over the small wontons in his hand, pointed at his nose and cursed. What do you see? What qualifications do you have to look at me with such eyes? Do you think I want to be unspoken? Do you think I'm willing to be touched by that kind of fat pig? If it weren't for my poverty, if not because you're a useless waste, do I need this? I put all selfishness and shamelessness, all turned into the most poisonous knives, plunged into his heart. His eyes were red. The rain flowed down the scar on his face. He didn't make an excuse. Just take off the torn coat with the smell of safflower oil, draped over my trembling shoulders. Chinking, I'm sorry. It's because I don't have the ability. I will definitely make more money in the future. Don't let you be wronged. I threw my coat into the muddy water in disgust to make money. What do you earn? You can't afford to buy a house for the rest of your life. Those who drive the mountains to a dead end. It's my own stupidity. That fat man Wang is a liar at all. Not only did he not give me the female number 3, also secretly filmed a video of that night. He threatened me with a video. I went to accompany his investors. If I don't go, just send the video to the group performance group. Let me be ruined. I was devastated. I was holding a fruit knife, sitting on the windowsill of a rental house. Preparations are over. It was the mountain that kicked the door open, rushed up and snatched the knife from my hand with his bare hands. The blade cut through his palm. Blood flowed all over the floor. But he held me in his arms. Don't be afraid. If I fall from the sky, I will stand for you. I'm going to get things back. 2 days later, Dashan returned to the rental house. His face was pale like a dead man. When walking, the whole person is tilted to the side. He handed me a USB flash drive. Say that the chinking video is here. He didn't back up. You go to Beijing and start over. When he speaks, I have been pumping air conditioning. There was a strong smell of blood in the mouth, mixed with the smell of safflower oil that made me sick. I was already carried away by fear. Looking at his half-dead look, I don't feel distressed, only fear. I'm afraid he will kill someone. I'm afraid he will implicate me. I yelled at him and asked him what you did. Are you robbing? I warn you, this has nothing to do with me. People like you are a time bomb. Stay away from me. The mountain leans against the door frame, looked at me weakly, tugged at the corners of his mouth. I wanted to laugh but didn't laugh. I won't implicate you. You go, hurry up. That night, I packed my bags overnight. I got on the green train to Beijing. I changed my phone number, blocked all his contact information. I looked out the window at the backward scenery. A long sigh of relief. I was finally relieved. After arriving in Beijing, one actually transferred it. Less than 3 months. A big producer contacted me, said that there is a web drama heroine who is very suitable for me. No audition required, directly into the group. I think so. I finally met Bio Lee. I think so. I threw up 3 times at the dinner, in exchange for the opportunity. That web drama became a little popular. I finally got through it. I put on a real haute couture dress, sprayed with brand-name perfume, lived in a high-end apartment. 3 years later, I returned to Hengdian with the crew for filming, walking on the familiar set of the year. I suddenly thought of the mountains. I asked Lao Li, the martial arts instructor of the year, what about the mountains? I would like to introduce him to some resources. It's like I'd pulled him. Lao Li stopped what he was doing. Look at me like a monster. In his eyes, there was a disgust that gave me creeps. Pull him. Lynching, are you human? Dashan died 3 years ago. The ashes were still burned by our crew. My head buzzed. How did you die when you died? There was a jump from the 4th floor back then. A playthrough real fire and glass. Because Wei Ye had a problem. No one dared to answer. The producer was in a hurry. Who dares to jump unprotected? Injured and disabled. Lost 300,000 mountains. He jumped down desperately. The mat was not laid out when it landed. The internal organs were shattered. 6 ribs were broken, inserted into the lungs. My legs went weak, kneeling on the ground, trembling all over. Why did he do this? Lao Li rushed over and pointed at my nose and cursed. He got the 300,000 yuan to sell his life. I don't even have surgery. Go buy the USB flash drive in the hand of the assistant director surnamed Wang. The remaining 200,000. He asked me to transfer it to a producer's account in Beijing. The only condition is that you must play that heroine. Lin Qing, do you think you are blushing by your face? What you wear now is for food. It's all in exchange for Dashan's life. Lao Li asked someone to send a worn-out canvas bag. That is the relic that Dashan left on the crew. I opened it tremblingly. There is no safflower oil in it. There is only one blood-soaked exemption with bloody handprints. Responsibility death agreement. At the bottom of the agreement, pressed a crumpled note of paper. It was written by him before he died. Every word is like a knife in my soul. Chinking, I got the things back. No murder or crime. Clean money. Don't be afraid that I'm too stupid. I don't know how to hurt you. I won't be here in the future. No one is going to use you as a punching bag anymore. Don't be so temperamental outside. It is easy to suffer. I knelt on the ground, sent out the most tragic in my life, the wailing of the most beast. I beat my chest desperately. I feel sick. I feel like every breath of air I breathe, all stained with his blood. I remember that day. He gave me the little wontons he was holding in the rain. I remember when I held a knife and forced him to roll. He laughed desperately and weakly. I remember that I actually dislike the man who protects me with his life. It turns out that there are really people in this world. I know you're a bad woman to the bone, knowing that you trampled him like garbage. He was still willing to be in the dark, with your own flesh and blood, pave an avenue of stars for you. I finally understood. The most regrettable thing in the world. It's not that the person you love doesn't love you. It's that you think you've flown up to the branches with your skills. I found out when I looked back. The person you hate the most has long disappeared into the quagmire that holds you up.